A young man once approached the Buddha with eyes full of frustration and doubt. He had tried many things, studied hard, worked tirelessly, dreamed boldly, but life seemed to mock his efforts. "Master," he said, bowing deeply, "why do some people seem to achieve everything they want, while others, no matter how hard they try, continue to fail?" The Buddha looked at him for a long moment, his eyes calm as still water. Then he gestured for the young man to follow him to a nearby hill. At the top, the horizon blazed with the first light of dawn. The Buddha pointed to the sun, slowly emerging from the darkness, and said, "Success is like the sunrise. It does not appear all at once. It rises gradually with patience and clarity. Those who master these two habits will see their lives illuminated by success." The young man frowned, confused. "Two habits, Master. Which ones?" The Buddha smiled gently and began his teaching. "Look at the sun," the Buddha said. "It rises without hurry, yet never fails to appear. Its secret is presence. It knows where to be and when to rise." He then turned to the young man. "Most people live asleep. They walk, talk, and act without truly being there. Their minds are trapped in yesterday's worries or tomorrow's fantasies. That is why their efforts scatter like seeds thrown into the wind." The young man nodded slowly, realizing that his own mind often wandered during work, study, even conversation. "To succeed," said the Buddha, "you must first wake up. Whatever you do, be entirely there. When you eat, eat. When you walk, walk. When you work, work. Breathe before every action, and let your mind return to this moment." He paused, then added with quiet intensity, "He who controls the mind controls his destiny." The Buddha picked up a cup of water and held it still. "See how clear it becomes when it stops moving? So it is with your mind. Only when still can it reflect truth and guide you wisely." The young man closed his eyes, breathing slowly, realizing that awareness was not just a habit, it was the foundation of mastery. For how could one succeed if one's mind was always elsewhere? When the first rays of sunlight fully broke through the clouds, the Buddha handed the young man a dull axe and pointed to a tall, thick tree nearby. "Try to cut it down," he instructed. The young man struck hard. Once, twice, 3 times. Sweat poured down his face, but the tree did not even tremble. After a dozen strikes, he dropped the axe and said, exhausted, "It's impossible." The Buddha picked up the axe and said softly, "You swing with great force, but no patience. You strike for a few moments, then give up. Success is not built on powerful effort. It is built on repeated effort." He handed the axe back. "Return every day, strike a few times, and one day the tree will fall." Days passed. Each morning, the young man returned to the same spot, striking the tree again and again. The first days, nothing happened. The bark barely chipped, but slowly as the weeks went on, a mark deepened. Then cracks appeared, until one morning, with a single calm swing, the mighty tree fell. He ran to the Buddha, eyes bright with realization. "Now I understand, Master. The tree fell not because of my strength today, but because of every strike before." The Buddha smiled. "Exactly. Constancy is the second habit. The world honors results, but life rewards consistency. The one who acts daily, even without immediate gain, becomes unstoppable. Small, correct actions performed with discipline shape destiny more powerfully than grand efforts followed by rest." The Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree and motioned for the young man to sit beside him. "Awareness keeps your direction true," he said. "Constancy keeps your journey moving. Together, they form the unshakable path of success." He then told him, "The man who acts without awareness is like one walking fast in the wrong direction. The man who waits for perfection before acting never moves at all. But the one who walks slowly, mindfully, and never stops, he reaches the mountain's peak." The young man bowed deeply. So, Master, the secret of success is not in fortune or talent, but in living consciously and acting persistently. The Buddha nodded. Exactly. Awareness gives you wisdom, constancy gives you power. Together they create miracles. As the sun rose higher, the young man felt as if a new dawn had risen inside him too. He realized success was not a place to reach, but a way to live, a daily rhythm of presence and persistence. Final message. Success is not born from luck, nor does it arrive overnight. It is crafted quietly, moment by moment, by those who train their minds to stay awake and their hearts to keep moving. When you live with mindfulness, you move with purpose. When you act with constancy, you build momentum. And when both become part of who you are, no obstacle can stop you. The Buddha's final words echoed in the young man's heart. Walk slowly, but never stop. From that day onward, every breath, every action, and every sunrise reminded him of the two habits that make all dreams possible: awareness and constancy.